For us as a nation to go forward, the only way we can achieve resources and finances through the taxes. We are not overtaxing Kenyans.
Yeah, very good evening wherever you're watching us from. Welcome to the Gabriel TV, and today is yet another day where we shall be discussing politics matters, state of the nation. A lot has been happening in our country, Kenya, and it's your role to discuss and dissect it. Happy World Press Freedom Day. Today is the day of the media industry where we are celebrating our freedom as journalists. And also, much has happened. Maandamano yesterday failed, and there'll be another Maandamano on Thursday. So we shall be discussing the Bay of Unga prices. When the state spokesperson Hussein Mohammed told us that the prices of Unga has gone down, but when you go to the shelves, there was no Unga of 150 shillings. What is the matter? What matters? And also the president's speech on Labor Day, he talked about the lowering of Unga prices, and some Kenyans said that the prices were not low as promised. What is the matter? Today I'm joined by UDA Digital Strategies. How have you been? How are you?
Okay. Thank you so much, my host.
Welcome very much to the Gabriel TV.
I'm humble today.
Yeah, and today is yet another day
Yes.
where we want to dissect matters, governance and state of the nation of country Kenya. I hope you've been well.
Yes, I'm quite fine.
Yeah,
What about you?
all is fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
before we start, good evening, my fellow Kenyans. Welcome to our today's State of Nation address or press release. I go by the name Mosili Kaslim Musyoka. As you have heard, I'm the youthful digital strategist, Kenya Kwanza government, and I'm here to articulate some few things to let well or it known to the public. So that's it.
Thank you very much. Musili, are you still in UDA?
I am part and parcel of the government
Yes.
till 2032, God willing.
So you're the government?
Yeah, I'm the government.
So you, Kaslim, you are very vocal on social media platforms, speaking about the agenda of the president here and there. How did you find yourself there, and why are you defending the government where we see that some things are being done in the wrong way?
Okay, what I know, my brother and my hosts, Gabriel, and also
Yes.
to the entire Kenyans who are watching me and are listening today, this great evening, the message I'm bringing on board is this. Why am I governing or why am I defending the government each and every time? Reason is this: we formed the government. We are the government. No way, when you are the father,
Yes.
and then your family there is no hunger, you go yelling to the street and saying that today in my family or in my room there is no hunger. No way. You'll have to look for a way. You are going to curb the problem, come with a solution, a better way, then you move on. So my my stand and my defense to the government is because I know we are heading far, we are doing well. Though we started very low, or we started see we are not going to achieve much, but I can say as far as we are currently, we have achieved a lot. We are going far, and to Kenyans, we are doing all what we can because we are at your back to make sure that their life is comfortable and each and every person enjoys being the part and parcel of this nation.
To cut you short, you have told us that you have achieved a lot. What have you achieved so far?
Okay, I know the question you have for me is more about the hunger. And I can assure you for a fact that the message you got from our state house spokesman, Hussein Mohammed, wherever he is, it was very clear, transparent, and honest. Reason is this: the previous stock, which the traders or the sellers had already bought, is the one which is yet to go down.
Yes.
No way we will now that we have the new stock, we'll just take it to the shelves while the previous or the old stock is still in the shelves. So that's the problem we're having. And also some other few cartels, they were trying to block us from bringing off from lowering the cost, but we have made it. And I want to assure Kenya that it's just a matter of few days. We do it with the old stock. You'll have the current unga, which is at 150 shillings to 160 shillings.
You know, Kaslim, assistant, Kenyans are tired of promises. We need action.
I'm not promising anyone. Whatever I'm telling, and it's very clear and honest, because I know the public is watching, the public is listening, and the public is accountable. They will be accountable for what I'm telling them today. This great evening that indeed the unga, which is at a lower cost, is there. We're just waiting to clear the old stock. Full stop, nothing else. It's not a matter of promise, but it's a matter of reality. Be assured of that.
So you're telling us that the government is on the right track. Everything is fine.
We are doing well. Not everything is okay, but at least we are trying to eradicate what is not good to make sure that things are right and are moving on well.
All right, and on that, we have seen several government appointments to several parastatals and boards. And yesterday, there was the appointment of the CEO of Kenya. Kenyans said that actually the government is leaning more on the Kalenjin side than on other marginalized communities. What's your take on that?
Okay, first and foremost, to make it clear to public that personally I'm a real Kamba, or I'm a typical Kambasan from Kitui County, but I'm raised from Nyali, Mombasa County. I am very happy of that appointment, not because it was not a Kamba, but because, some things, Gabriel, we want to be realistic and honest. Today, you are a journalist, for example. No way I'll take you from wherever you are and take you maybe to a supermarket and tell you can now manage that supermarket. It will be very impossible for you. So for that case, they went for an interview, those guys. Despite that guy being a friend of president from longer time ago, he had all the qualifications. So when you meet the qualification, let's put the matter of nepotism, let's put the matter of tribalism aside, because you have seen the other day, the start of the week, we had the new chief of defense forces. He's a Luo. He's not a Kalenjin. There are so many people in the government who are still not Kalenjins or Kikuyus. So let's not try to trivialize the matter to tribal or ethnicity because of this and that, because the president is Kalenjin. No. Whoever is qualifying for that specific opportunity, may it be a Kampa, may it be a Luo, may it be a Luya, may it be is worthy. Let him or her be given the opportunity. So I can say that concerning that matter.
So you are okay with several appointments coming are actually on the North Rift. You're okay with that?
Reason as to why I'm fine with that is one thing.
Yes.
The experience of the previous handshake government, we saw the people who are not buying the idea of the ruling government. There is no day, there is no single time they will be in line with what you're implementing or what you're doing. So that's the reality. The moment we are going to dwell on the people who never bought our idea, people who never believe in Hustler Nation, people not believe in the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza, believe you me, my host Gabriel TV,
yes,
today or going forward, if you hire any of the guy who is just a politician like me to help you grow your journalism career, you're going to fail. The only way I'll assist you is to grow your followers, to make sure that you are well known, because we go by famous. So I mean, for us to run very swiftly and well as a government, we need people, we need stakeholders who are part and parcel of the manifesto of Kenya Kwanza government. That's all.
All right, and let us shift gears now to another matter of concern, whereby yesterday we saw demonstrations in some parts of Nairobi and Nyanza regions, and also in Vihiga County. There were some demonstrations of Azimio Moja, and yesterday also the demonstrations were not covered well in the media as opposed to other demonstrations that happened previously before the Ramadan. Many are asking what happened. Is it that the energy that Raila Odinga had before Ramadan and before stopping the previous demonstrations is gone? What happened?
Okay, what I know, we are Kenyans.
Yes.
We are a free and democratic nation. We are governed by the rule of law, which is we have the 2010 constitution, which we believe in, and no one is above the constitution. You know that. No one is above the law. No one is special. For that matter, you saw the Nairobi police commander, Adamson Bugey.
Yeah.
He spoke very well. He gave a press. He made it clear to the public that it is unconstitutional currently. And the permission the Azimio they were requesting is not constitutional. They never went as per the rule of law. So that's why it was unconstitutional. It was not even fair and allowed for them to do any kind of demonstration. And for that matter, because we as the government, we believe in constitution. We don't believe in our thoughts or what we believe is the best for this nation. We go as per what the Kenyans are given, as per what Kenyans believe in. And for that matter, that's where you saw. Not matter of energy and so on and so forth. The Raila Odinga himself never came out. Never. He just went to make a press.
So the police officers were chasing empty cars? Or?
Okay. Whatever they were doing, police were not just chasing the empty cars. The cars were with Azimio La Umoja supporters and his guys there and some of the leaders inside the vehicles. Because you saw after they were tear gassed the Sifuna and his team from the RMB house, the office of the president, they just used the roads to Westlands or the Wayake way, Kiambu Road, so that they can come out to the CBD.
All right,
And for that thing,
yes,
that's where we are chasing them because we saw. And the president, when he took the oath, he assured Kenya that he will protect their properties, their lives, and their stay in this nation. So for that matter, and he can only do that through the police. So police were doing what they are supposed to do.
The law is very clear.
Yes.
And on that, will Raila Amolo Odinga get what he wants through demonstrations?
Fine. It is very clear because we agreed with him. And he was told by the Mr. President, my brother Raila Amolo Odinga, how can we do about this? Demonstrations, putting the sufferers on the top of end will not lower the cost of living. Currently, President achieved lowering the cost of unga. Did he put the sufuria on the top of his end? Did any Kenya Kwanza stakeholder or Kaslim himself did that? No. But we managed that. Reason is because we're just using our own mind, our own tactics to make sure that we meet the inequities we need. So for that matter, the only way to solve this matter and the Azimio they are having is through bipartisan way. We agreed. They are the very first people to accept that. They were the very first people to put on board their 7-page committee. We followed the tech. We made it clear to the public that this is our 7-member page committee. Even yesterday when we are in the committee for the talks, but Sifuna and his team were nowhere to be seen. So most definitely, these guys, the Azimio, they are not after the priorities of the Kenyans, but after their own self or their own priorities. Priority of themselves, not for the benefit of Kenyans. That's a very fact, and I want to make it clear to the Kenyans today. Let us not be fooled by these guys, these politicians, these leaders from the Azimio side. I am not against them, but it's a fact. If indeed they want the welfare and us as Kenyans to go very well and to grow as a nation, let us have the bipartisan talks where Kenyans are given the peace of mind, the peaceful time to hustle and to grow themselves in different ways. Because no way you can tell me that we will collect taxes when the properties have been destroyed. You'll have to look for a way to recover what we have gone through. So they're just trying to fool us all around, but not bringing on table what we deserve as Kenyans. That's it.
So you're telling us about the bipartisan way, but if you ask a normal Kenyan right now, we'll tell you that the country is in a mess. Things are not in order. That's why most of them are in support of the demonstrations, but they're not on the roads because they want the cost of living to go down. They want the bay of unga. There's a lot of things that are actually paining Kenyans right now. Also the taxes. The government has introduced a lot of taxes. Also take first on the taxes. The government is taxing everything.
Okay, it's fine.
Yes.
Do you know what my brother Gabriel and my today's host? The thing is this: when you want to buy a car, you will go for a loan. For example, if you don't have enough money, you look for all your business, you will fuel or you'll channel all the finances you have to make sure that you meet the inquiry or the expense of that specific machine or vehicle you want. And for that matter, for us as a nation to go forward, the only way we can achieve resources and finances through the taxes. We are not overtaxing Kenyans, but the debts of this nation is very high. We even, for a fact, you saw the other day that we published to the public that each and every week we spend more than 50 million each week to clear the debts. Because we want for the shortest time possible, we be capable of achieving what the cost of living in the best way without more debts. You get it, right?
Yeah.
So for that matter, the taxes we are imposing, we are not making life impossible and hard for Kenyans, but we are trying as much as we can to get more resources, more finances to make sure that we smoothly run the governance of this nation. That's it. That's all. I'm not against it. I'm really in support of it because I know for now many whom are not seeing it in a deeper sense, they won't accept. But as time goes by, they will really say, indeed, President made good for us.
So we should give the president time.
Okay, not matter of time.
Yes.
Enough is enough. He always says that.
Enough is enough.
Yeah, and I really support the word enough is enough. Even personally, Kenyans want to get out of this bondage of being told this and that and that. And I know Mr. President is a working man together with his Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua, and these guys are not sleeping. They are working tirelessly each and every day to make sure that Kenya is growing, and we achieve the very best. So for that case, Kenyans, don't say that we are giving Mr. President more time, but he is implementing each and every day the possibility for the growth and for the maybe for the goodness of us as citizens.
All right, thank you very much. And on that, as we end up the show, I will ask you, yesterday we saw Sabina Chege overthrowing the former president, Uhuru Kenyatta, on his party, Jubilee party. Was it right to do so? Or what is the future of Jubilee?
Okay, thank you. You know, you are putting it wrongly. Let me correct you. She never chased away the former president. But it's very clear in the constitution of this of 2010 constitution that wherever a former president retires, he is given 6 months for him to vacate and to assemble all his belongings, go and eat his retirement pension. So Mr. President is not supposed to be seen anywhere in the public, even addressing 2 or 3 people more about politics. He can do what he wants, but not about politics. That is very clear in the constitution. So for that case, Jubilee Party and his future, they observed and they followed the constitution. The former president, is not supposed to hold any public office as at now, which is political. So they follow the constitution. They met the threshold which is required by constitution and register political parties to ensure that they have the new party leader, and they made it. They brought on board those who have the anxiety or those who have the wish to take over the party. And Sabina Chege, congratulations for her, in fact, and she won and she made it. So she never chased away, but she made it constitutionally. So the future of Jubilee is very clear. Jubilee Party, I'm a former member of Jubilee Party, but currently I'm with UDA Party. And what I can say, just in a deathbed, and very soon it will be left alone. That's a fact. Before 2027,
there's no influence.
Will
is
be
UDA
done.
influencing the takeover?
You know, party is about its members,
Yes.
and the agenda and the manifesto, it's driving to the citizens and those who want them to join them. And for that case, when we were in Jubilee, believe you me, 2013 to 2022, to around a little bit 2019, somewhere 2020, before we brought on board the new UDA party, the ruling party currently, it was very influential nationwide. Many people believed in Jubilee Party, many people in support of Jubilee Party, but currently, now because it is not having the real soldiers or to drive the agenda like our current youthful Sakijani Cleophas Malala, nowhere to be seen. And for that matter, even the Kanini Kenga and the Sabina Chege, though they are really doing a good job, but very soon they are going to join us.
All right, thank you very much. And because of time, we want to wind up our show today. Your last remarks as we wind up the show concerning the state of our country, Kenya.
Okay, thank you so much, Kenyans. And I'm very privileged and humble today for taking your time, following the discussion, listening and reacting on the information. And I want to be very categorical to Kenyans that let's try to estate, keep off, try as much as we can. Let's get back, because there are rains now. We go back to our shambas, tulime sote, tulete mafuno mingi, fertilizers are there, and we want to assure Kenyans that Kenya must be in peace. No one, whatsoever at any cost, will allow him or her to cause any kind of destruction to this nation, because we took the oath as the government and we assured Kenyans that because we are built by the rule of law and the constitution, we are going to follow that and ensure that everything is set, is peaceful, and we are going to move forward and the nation is going to grow further. So thanks so much for listening. I go by the name Kaslim, Youthful Digital Strategy Kenya Kwanza Government, and the next member of Parliament, Nyali Constituency, Mombasa County. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Kaslim. You're telling us he's the next member of parliament, Nyali constituency, which is in Mombasa County. And that has been a comprehensive, exclusive interview with Kaslim Musyoka, where we discuss matters, state of the nation, and matters affecting our country, Kenya. My name is Mokoma Gabriel, and this is the Gabriel TV.
Thanks, Maya.